Welcome to a Chef Knives to Go quick look product review. I'm Steve Gamache, and what we're looking at this time is the Okeya Ginsan Ko-Deba 105 millimeter knife. So what's cool about this knife, it's a traditional single bevel style, but they make the core steel out of a stainless steel. So this is known as Silver 3 or Ginsan, a few different names for it, but it's a nice, easy to sharpen, fine-grained stainless steel. It's a nice stainless steel. It's one of the nicest ones, I think, for knives. It's just a really good stainless steel. So what they've done is put a medium heat treat of around 61 Rockwell on that core steel, so not super hard, not soft. And the construction, it doesn't specify on the site, but I would only conclude that this cladding must be stainless as well. Why would you not put stainless cladding on a stainless core? Don't know why you wouldn't do that, so I'll assume it's stainless. And so this is a two-layer construction. So it's a traditional single bevel, a right-hander. You can definitely see the chisel grind. You can see that true classic chisel grind right there. So you've got the core steel, which shows up on the back side, and then you've got the cladding, which is on the right side, and then wraps over the top and has a little bit of, wrap over to the top of the left side of the blade. So on the right side of the blade, you got your blade rub and your classic single bevel grind. And on the left side of the blade, you've got a slight hollow known as an uda or udosuki. And so that's to help food release. And you sharpen this blade by laying the backside flat on the stone and abrading the edges of the blade all around the perimeter, which they've done already a little bit. These usually could use a little cleanup work out of the box, which is, pretty standard on a lower. In fact, a lot of single bevel knives, shouldn't even say just lower priced ones. But let's take a look at the general weights and such. So this has a weight of 88 grams or 3.1 ounces, and these are going to vary from knife to knife since they're hand hammered. This one is about 108 millimeters on the edge, 4¼ inches, about 9 inches overall. The spine thickness, it's pretty consistently thick all the way through, which is true of most single bevels. So it's about 2¾ millimeter, and it just holds that all the way through until you hit the chisel grind. And then the height is 39.5, so it's a pretty generous height, the true, Deba style. This is a or mini Deba or small Deba. The handle is just nothing fancy. It's a basic, the site lists as hoe wood with a plastic ferrule. It's either hoe wood with a nice finish on it and sealer to give it that color, but it feels a little harder to me, so it might be something slightly different than hoe wood, possibly oak. But if it is hoe wood, it's got a nice finish on it. That's a cool feature. And they've also sealed up the tang area really well with some epoxy or silicone or something on there. So it's really sealed up well to keep moisture out of there, because it's going to get fish goo all over it. So if you use it for the intended purpose. The close-up of the blade, kind of did that a little bit, but they've got an interesting kind of round pattern finish to it. And they've got hand chisel kanji, which is pretty awesome. And you can see a frosted blade rod with the core steel peeking out there. Left side of the blade has some crisply embossed kanji as well, with a 3 on it. That's probably silver 3 to identify the steel, so you know what it is. Pretty neat. So this is a cool little blade. They've the corners of the spine are not super sharp, but they're not super rounded either, as are the choil, but it's nothing objectionable. Of course, this is going to be, amazingly stiff. It's going to be super stiff, which is the style of blade. I'd say the out-of-the-box edge was about 4 out of 10. It does have a micro bevel on the right side. But if you're looking for something to, learn what single bevels are about and try something out, maybe you don't want fully reactive, you want to see how to sharpen a single bevel, get some practice at it, see what it's all about without spending a bunch of money, getting a bigger knife. This might be something of interest, especially if you're dealing with small panfish or things like that, and you want to just test out what a Deba is about. So there you have the Okeya Ginsan or Silver 3 Ko-Deba 105 millimeter knife.